Good morning all. As I said in the last video, I will explain you how the systems can get IPs automatically. This was the previous image we were using. In that we can avoid these things. Okay, just one more point I'm adding on this. This this must not be a WAN port. It's not necessary that it should be a cable always. It can be on the router. It will be connected through a wireless network. It can be a cable. It can be an optic fiber cable, whatever it may be. It's just a connectivity from the ISP router to the ISP hub. Okay, so let's come to the point, the machines, how the machines can get IPs automatically. Let's delete all this. Now basically, we can say we are going to talk about DHCP, Dynamic Host Control Protocol. You have an office, you have systems. Consider a small office with 100 systems or 200 systems. Okay, system 1, system 100. In this case, we may need two switches. Okay, while we keep two switches, we are giving uplink. We are giving connectivity to these two switches, and we can say the system 1 is connected to this switch, system 2 is connected here, 3 is connected again to that. These are examples, like we can connect systems to any of the switches because these two switches are interlinked. Switch 1, switch 2. Okay, suppose we are working as a system administrator in the office, and you have chosen the network range 1.0/24. 192.168.1.1 is the gateway. 255.255.255.0 is the subnet mask, and the DNS 192. Uh, you have an internal DNS server. 192.168.1.10 is the DNS server. So these entries you have to give in all the machines. If you have 100 machines, you have to manually go and give the static IP. In the systems, there is two ways we can get IPs. One is static and DHCP. DHCP means the IPs will be given to the systems automatically. For giving the IPs automatically, manually giving IPs, it's not that easy in all the machines. In certain cases, for servers and all, we are giving static IPs, that I agree. But in all the users machine, you cannot go and give static IP all the time. So what we are using the mechanism DHCP. DHCP is a service. It's a service. This service, this must run somewhere. Okay. If this service is running somewhere in the network, all the machines will get IP automatically. So most people may know DHCP from Microsoft. This is a service we can install it in any of the server. If you have, we didn't reach to the server side, that's why I'm just giving you basic. If we have a server, uh, DHCP server in the office, we can connect that server to the switch, and from this DHCP server all the machine will get the IPs automatically. But in our case, I'm not going to explain this scenario. I'm going to explain a different scenario because we did not reach to the server things. Only we reach to the systems and which is connected to the internet. So assume that we have an internet router, ISP router, and we are connected to the switch, and we have given 192.168.1.1 for this router. Somehow it is connected to the external WAN. Okay, so Most of the ISP router, even in our mobile hotspot, there is a service running DHCP. That is why when you connect to the Wi-Fi, it's getting a IP automatically on the wireless card. So in our case, the DHCP service is running on the router. There would be 110% sure most of the 90% of the routers there is facility DHCP service. We will enable, or it would be enabled automatically. This service is inbuilt with the router and it would be running in all of the routers. So we will enable, or we can configure the DHCP service in the router. So what it will help, you don't want to go and sit in front of all the machines, the IPs will be provided automatically. So let's assume we are going into the DHCP now. Okay, we have opened the DHCP service of that router and we will say list these IPs from 1.2 to 192.168 1.100. Okay, this is a normal scenario I'm saying. So this DHCP service from the router, it will distribute IPs from 2. It will start distributing from 2 because 1.1 we have chosen for the LAN IP of the router. So we are the writers of this service. So we can say distribute it from 2 to 100 or 2 to 150, 2 to 200. You can decide as per your requirement. And we can mention the gateway must be provided from the DHCP as 1.1. Then subnet mask we will mention 255.0 and DNS IPs we will mention 8.8.8, and if you have a DHCP DNS in your environment you can say 10. Okay, so we are writing the classifications in the DHCP service of the router. We are saying that 100, if you have 50 machines, you can assign 75 IPs for the DHCP lease. This is called DHCP lease. DHCP lease. So you can customize as per your requirements. So in this case, I have given 1.2 to 1.100. 99 devices will be assigned with the if it's not sufficient you can keep 150. So 149 devices will be assigned with the DHCP IPs and the gateway will be provided as 1.1. Subnet mask will be 255 255 255.0 and the DNS you can choose that you can change the DNS at any time. If you have a DNS IP from the ISP you can mention it here, or you can give the 8.8.8. It will work for all over the world, and you can give, if you have an internal DNS server you can give that IP. So what will happen, this machine whenever it connects to the network, this will get the first machine, it will get the IP 1.2. Other machine whenever it gets connected 192.168.1.3 with all the gateway subnet everything, it will get automatically. So we have to choose the DHCP option for the system. Then whenever it connects to the power and network, it will get the IP from the router. So that is how we can manage the system's IP allocation in a medium size organization like 4 or 5 users. You can give static IP manually. Up to that it is possible. If the company is growing and if you want to assign the static IPs, it's not possible. So we have to choose a mechanism that is called DHCP. Okay, why we are not giving whole range for the DHCP lease? In most of the companies there would be servers. In that service we have to give static IP. So we are excluding few IPs from the DHCP lease. Then we can use those IPs for the servers. If you have a server, 5 or 6 servers, in your office, you can use IPs other than the 150, 192, 168, 1.150 and 192, 168, 1.152. This one will be 191.1. Okay, like this, the IPs which is not included in the DHCP list, you can use it for servers, because server needs static IPs in all the offices for a consistent connectivity. So this is about the DHCP, uh, DHCP and DHCP leasing. Next session, I will be explaining you basic Wi-Fi connectivity in your office. If you have laptops, uh, probably you will not have desktop all the time in the office. If you have more number of laptops, how we can connect it through the wireless access points, how we can set up wireless access points in our office. So for now, thank you for watching.